Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to tell you guys 10 untraditional things that I'm going to be doing for my wedding. Right off the bat, whenever Hunter proposed to me, I knew that our wedding was not going to be the most traditional, and both of us are perfectly fine with having a untraditional wedding. And of course there are going to be some things that are going to be traditional in our wedding, which I mean, most weddings do have some traditional traits, so we knew that was going to happen, but we knew a lot of the stuff we were going to do you wouldn't find at a normal, typical, traditional wedding, I guess you could say. And a lot of these things, the main reason we're going the untraditional way is because it's actually more affordable to be able to do these things, and we felt like it fit our relationship and our type a little bit more than if we were to go the more traditional way. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. I'm going to jump right into the video and share the untraditional ideas that we came up with that we are going to be doing in our wedding. So the first thing I know a lot of people do in their wedding, and what Hunter and I are doing, is we are writing our own vows. I know a lot of people really like being able to write their own vows because it's more personable, and I think that's the main reason that Hunter and I would like to do it. We wanted to be able to just speak from the bottom of our hearts, so Hunter and I will be writing our own vows for our wedding. So the next thing, I don't really know if you would call it untraditional because we still do have an officiant. The only thing is we're not going the traditional way and just hiring like a priest or just a normal officiant. We actually asked my grandmother to be our officiant, so she will be the one who will be marrying us. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to have an unplugged ceremony. So we are not allowing any outside cameras at all. All cell phones must be turned off. All cameras are not allowed except for my photographer, of course, so that way everyone can be in the moment and enjoy the moment with us. I know a lot of people don't really care, but for us, we really want everyone to be able to enjoy that moment with us. So the whole entire ceremony will be unplugged. Another thing is also during the ceremony, we do not really care if my family sits on the bride's side and his family sits on the groom's side. So we're going to allow the family to pretty much choose wherever they would like to sit. It doesn't matter whose family is whose. They can sit wherever they'd like, wherever they feel comfortable, because we're all family now. So yeah, the only thing is we will have the reserved seats, of course, up front for the grandparents and the parents, of course. But besides that, we are going to have pretty much free range for wherever they want to sit during our ceremony. Plus, we both really like that idea, so no one feels like divided, if that makes sense. We don't want them to feel like, oh, we have to sit on Hunter's side because we're his family, or we have to sit on Bella's side because we're her family. We want everyone to feel like they are family during our ceremony. So yeah, I thought that was a really cute idea for our ceremony. The next thing I know a lot of people aren't really going to agree with, but we don't really care because it's not their wedding. But Hunter does not want to wear a tux, and I'm completely okay with that. That saves us money on a tuxedo rental. All he wants to wear is a nice, snazzy, long sleeve shirt with a vest and a tie, and we are completely okay with that. That saves money for us, that saves money for his groomsmen, his best man, it saves money for everyone. So Hunter decided that he doesn't want to wear a tux. The next one is also surprisingly controversial for weddings for some reason. All of my plants and flowers in my wedding will be fake. I will not have a single real flower in my wedding. The reason is, one, flowers are freaking expensive. Like, we're talking hundreds and thousands of dollars for a wedding full of flowers. Hunter and I are doing a greenery themed wedding, for those of you who don't know. So all of our centerpieces will be made with faux greenery. Our bouquets will be made with faux greenery. Yeah, it's that simple. It will save us so much money, and we really love the look of greenery. So we decided that we will not have any real flowers or vines or anything in our wedding. Plus, your girl has seriously bad allergies, so even if I did want real greenery at our wedding, it wouldn't be as bad if we were to have like roses or something at our wedding. But it's just better safe than sorry, because I don't want to be sneezing and crying and tearing up during my wedding day. So we decided to go with fake flowers. So I know a lot of people do this for their wedding, but it actually counts as an untraditional thing. But we're doing a buffet style wedding. We're doing a taco bar because why not? But it saves you so much money if you decide to go the buffet way rather than doing a sit down, you have three choices type of dinner, which is fine. You know, I feel like as long as your guests are getting fed and you are happy with what you and your groom are eating, eating on your wedding day, that is all that matters. Plus it's your money you're spending, so you'll save so much money if you just do a buffet style wedding. Another thing with that is we are doing assigned seating, which is the traditional way, but if you choose to do unassigned seating, that would be a little less stress off your shoulders, so you don't have to come up with a seating chart. We are still choosing to do a seating chart even though we are doing a buffet styled wedding, but that is completely up to you. Either way is perfectly acceptable. Another really controversial thing is that Hunter and I are not serving any alcohol at our wedding. No wine, no champagne, no tequila, nothing. All of it is not allowed at our wedding. Not only am I going to be underage when I am getting married, just even if we weren't, Hunter and I have absolutely no desire to have alcohol at our wedding. Yeah, that's just a personal preference. I know it's really untraditional. Usually you have like a champagne to toast with or wine to drink. They usually have champagne at the head table. But we're thinking that we're just gonna do like iced tea, lemonade, and water. That is so much cheaper than if you were to do a bar or wine in general. It will save you so much money. And usually when you rent from a venue, they usually give you complimentary iced tea, lemonade, water, so you're not having to spend any money on drinks really. So yeah, I highly recommend going with no alcohol if you're really trying to save a lot of money, because that's exactly what Hunter and I are doing. Sorry if it looks like we changed locations. My SD card needed to free up some space, but it's okay because your girl is back. Anyways, as I was saying, so speaking of head table, Hunter and I aren't doing the traditional head table. One reason is because we don't have a very big bridal party. We each only have, so I only have one bridesmaid and he only has one groomsman. And then of course we have our maid of honor and our best man. Usually with a head table you would have everyone sit up front, but we don't really have enough people to do that. So we are just going to have a sweetheart table up front, and then the bridal party will have a table of their own. But we aren't really complaining about that because it's a little less stressful in my opinion, because with the head table usually it's longer, then you need more decorations to make it look nice. So we are saving a little bit of money that way. And nothing's wrong with not having a head table, even though it's more traditional. But in my opinion, for us, the untraditional way is the best way. I think it would just look really weird if we had, you know, a large head table and there were only 6 people sitting at it, you know? So yeah, so we're deciding to not do a head table. The next thing is we are not giving out wedding favors. From what I've heard, and trust me, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. Almost every single wedding planner I watch on YouTube tells me not to hand out wedding favors. 1, you will save so much money. Number 2, a lot of people just leave their wedding favors behind, so you're wasting your money by putting your time and effort into making really cute wedding favors and they're being left behind. So what are you going to do with all the extra wedding favors? Most of the time, all the extra wedding favors end up getting sent to a thrift store. So Hunter and I decided that we don't want to do wedding favors overall. It saves us money, saves us time, and we don't have to worry about wasting the money on our wedding favors if most of them probably aren't going to be taken home anyways. And I highly recommend, if you aren't a really big person on sitting down and creating each individual wedding favor or spending money on wedding favors, it would be totally okay to go without it. I'm sure most people don't go to a wedding for wedding favors. It's kind of just like a plus to, you know, have. But I promise you that no one's going to go to your wedding and be like, oh, I cannot believe that they did not hand out wedding favors, you know? So yeah, Hunter and I decided that we aren't going to do that. And the last untraditional thing that we have planned for now, I might be able to make a part 2 on this video. It really depends because we're still in the wedding planning process. But Hunter and I aren't really worried about a wedding cake. So Hunter and I are going to have a wedding cake. It is going to be very small, maybe like this, just a small personable cake that we can cut into just for the memories and the pictures. But Hunter and I aren't very big cake people, surprisingly. So we're actually going to do a dessert table where there are brownies and cheesecake bites and a chocolate fountain with strawberries and, you know, just cookies, things like that. So the wedding cake isn't going to be the only dessert, and it's not going to be the main focus for us, which I'm honestly probably the most excited about. So yeah, Hunter and I are doing a dessert table instead of the traditional wedding cake. So those are all the things that we are going to be doing for our wedding that are untraditional. Like I said, we are still in the middle of planning our wedding, so there might be some more things to come. If so, I will make sure to give you guys a part 2 on this video. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm sure it's probably not as long as my normal videos, it's just short and sweet, but I know a lot of people have been asking for wedding videos and are really interested in what I'm doing. So yeah, that's just a little sneak peek at our wedding so far. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below, like, and leave a comment for me. I do read every single one. And don't forget, I do upload every single Saturday, so make sure to hit that notification button to get notified every single time I upload so you don't forget about me here. Anyways, I will see you beautiful people next week. Bye!